Yo, what up guys, it's Kaiser Gaming and 1980 here today with the ultimate guide to the fanciest vehicles in GTA. In today's episode I will be explaining and showing you guys which are the fanciest vehicles to buy in GTA. This is my personal list, but I strongly believe that these are the best vehicles to buy online. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so first of all we have the very fancy rusty western rat bike. Even though it has a very dirty name, this vehicle is one of the fanciest, as you can tell by the very rusted out frame. It's also very bad at corners, and it's very slow, but on the bright side it does have a lot of customization, making it number 6 on my list of the fanciest vehicles on GTA. Alright guys, in the 5th spot we have the Pegasi Faggio, and if you could tell by its name, it has the word Faggio in there, making it my number 5 choice for the fanciest vehicles in GTA 5 online. You could tell by the zebra print seats and the very fancy frame that this is most likely one of the fastest and fanciest vehicles in GTA Online for the very small price of $5,000, I believe it cost me. So you're getting performance, speed, and very fancy zebra print seats, all for $5,000. It is a steal at this price. I don't know how they have not sold out already. And let's move on to number 4. Alright guys, so in number 4 we have the Bravado Rat Truck. It is a distant cousin over here of the Western Rat Bike. And once again, this thing is very fancy, but if you can tell by the name, since it has rat in it. This is probably one of the cleaner vehicles in my top 6 list right here. This one cost me it cost me 37,500, and as you can tell by the stats over here, it is a very fancy car. You can tell by this very low speed and this very low acceleration and this very bad braking. But on the bright side, surprisingly it has pretty good traction, so yes, definitely worth this $37,000 price mark. And now guys, we get into the top 3 choices of the fanciest and best cars in GTA. Alright guys, so in the 3rd spot we have the Bravado Rat Loader, which is once again a cousin of these other rats over here. You can tell by the Bravado, or by this Western Rat Bike, the Bravado Rat Truck. But in 3rd we have the Bravado Rat Loader, and what is very fancy about this thing is that not only does it have the word rat in its name, it also has this very fancy trash in the back, where I'm guessing that's where it gets its name, because there's a bunch of rats in here. So yeah, it's very fancy. Not only do you get a bunch of garbage in your trunk, but you also get a bunch of rats. Not to mention this very fancy rusty frame slash like body thingy, and these very fancy wheels, which seem like from the Goodwill. And let's see inside. We're gonna look at the very fancy interior. Ooh, look at that dashboard and those seats right there. It's so fancy. It's been chewed up by rats, as you can tell. It's all ripped and stuff. So yes, that was number 3, the Bravado Rat Loader. Alright guys, so in the second this was a hard choice for me for the fanciest vehicle. It was between this one or this one, but for my second place, I have chose the Karin Rusty Rebel, and this thing comes at the very expensive price of $3,000. So yes, it might take you many months to get this whole price, but once you do get it, it's very worth it. As you could tell right here inside, it still has trash from the redneck who had this before me. And once again, just like the Bravado Rat Loader, the seats are also chewed up by rats, even though it doesn't have rat in the name. So yes, guys, that is my number 2 choice for the fanciest vehicle in GTA, the Karin Rusty Rebel. Oh look, you can see the stats up there. I forgot to show you guys the stats, but as you can tell, all these trucks, all these very fancy vehicles have extremely good stats, as you can tell right here, by this very horrible top speed and very bad acceleration and very bad braking, but surprisingly good traction. The Faggio has let's just skip that one because it's very bad. And then we get to the Rat Bike over here. Top speed 3.5, acceleration 2.75, braking 2, and traction 2.5. So yes, all right. And I don't know if you guys can see the pattern here, but these bikes all have extremely good stats, as you could tell. Alright guys, and now we get into my number 1 pick for the fanciest vehicle in GTA, and the car and the vehicle that should be on everyone's top list, the Canis Bodhi. As you could tell by this very fancy bull horns. But that's not it. There's still more. Not only does it come with bull horns on the hood, it also comes with horns on this top part here. But we're not done yet. Not only does it have a very rusty exterior, if we go inside and then we go in here, if we go to first person mode, we can see it has this very fancy sticker right there that says no fatties. This is an extremely fancy. And then over here we have these pictures and what seems to be a seashell, and these tickets probably to what I think is a Trump rally. And these seats seem to be made of some very fine leather, most likely bull leather, because I'm sure the guy who owned this before me first killed this bull and then used its skin to make these extremely fancy seats right there. Right there. As you can tell by one of my fingers pointing. And that is my number 1 pick for the fanciest vehicle in GTA Online, the Canis Bodhi. Now this list was very hard to put up because I feel like there are many fancy vehicles in GTA, but I feel that the Rat family took this competition, and I think the Rat family won, as you can tell by the Rat Bike, the Rat Truck, and the Rat Loader. That concludes today's video. Please tell me down in the comment section below which are your top picks for the fanciest vehicles in GTA, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Like, share, subscribe, unless you're Honduran. If you're Honduran, we don't want you on this channel. And the Kaiser Gaming signing out.